Everyone loves shopping online. Well, I'm going to tell you what I tell my golf buddies when they buy clubs. Stop searching for coupon codes. Download Capital One Shopping to your computer. Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them at checkout. Plus, it's free, and you don't even need a Capital One card to use it. That's like hitting a hole-in-one without even trying. Capital One Shopping. It's kind of genius. What's in your wallet?
Savings and available coupons vary.
As I like to say, ask yourself this question. Why does the Biden-Harris administration and the Democrats, now run by radical leftists, have 20,000 troops in Washington, D.C.? Do you think they fear being overthrown? They understand what happened on January 6th. They understand that this was the natural reaction of rank corruption in all three branches of government, rank corruption in the federal judiciary, that the government no longer represents we the people. They understood that there weren't just criminals right and left, but there were ordinary people that came into the Capitol building that day. I might add the People's Capitol building. They understand that a few windows were broken, but no major damage was done. But the real damage is being done to this country. And the real damage is not just to our Constitution, but to our way of life. We, the American people, must rise up peacefully and legally. We can only do that if we're able to communicate with the American people and to get them to understand what grave danger they are in. And now even conservative media, including the one that I've written for many, many years, are afraid to tell the people the truth about what is going on. We need to form new means of communication, not just with regard to the censorship of the left, but the censorship to the right. The censorship to the right is getting acute as well. The conservatives, the so-called conservatives, they're not conservatives. They're sunshine shoulders and summer patriots. They're people who don't want to risk too much. They just want to risk enough to make a living and to profit by what's going on. Of course, the entity that does that most is Fox News, where you cannot say that anything that occurred on January 6th was anything other than a riot and an insurrection. And the Republican Party is dead as well. They don't tell the truth. Right now, they're busy ripping off President Trump, who they stabbed in the back like Brutus, using his name after they contributed to destroying his presidency. And again, ask yourself the question, what have the Republicans done for you in the last decades? Promised you a reform of Obamacare, first abolishing it, but then just a reform. Promised you that they wouldn't bust the budget. Now we have $30 trillion in deficit. Only $2 trillion came during the Biden administration, so a lot of it came during the Republican administration. Promised you a wall quicker with regard to immigration. Now, if we had had the wall when we needed the wall, it wouldn't be a question of stopping the wall. We'd already have the wall. Now we're being inundated with illegal immigrants from the South who are being let in by Biden and Harris because in California, New York, and other states, they can get driver's licenses and vote, and they think they're going to vote Democrat. The Republican Party is dead. It's done. Stick a fork in it. Hypocrites coming on TV all the time, particularly on Hannity. Jim Jordan, no coat, shirt, sleeves rolled up. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. The guy hasn't done squat. He's done nothing. And look at the rest of them. Devin Nunes, what did he accomplish? Nothing. Look at Ted Cruz, who exits Mexico, flees for Cancun when his people are dying of the cold in Texas. Look at Lindsey Graham, who's lived in a closet his whole life and now talks out of both sides of his mouth. I like Trump, but I don't like Trump. Everybody's for themselves. Federal judges who don't represent the American people, but represent, again, the special interests that put them on the bench, the yes men. This country has been destroyed. Yes, it's been destroyed. And we, the American people, need to rise up peacefully and legally. They need to understand the facts of life. Look around. You have some wealth, but now we're going to dole out reparations to everyone. Everything's going to be divided up. There'll be nothing left for your kids and grandkids. We're living under not just socialism, but the beginning of communism, radical atheism, radicals on the Jewish left of all sorts. And I'm Jewish, and I can say that. They're behind a lot of this. And look at who's on TV. Look who's trashing capitalism. Look who's trashing the American way of life. Unfortunately, members of the Jewish left. Now, most Jews are not that way. They're fomenting anti-Semitism. These people aren't Jews at all. They're the followers of Karl Marx, and they need to be called out by fellow Jews. They need to rise up. Christians being persecuted. Atheism on the rise. I can't say enough of the dire straits that we are in today. People are scared. They don't want to put their foot forward. I'm not scared. I will do it peacefully and legally. Citizens' grand juries later this month. We will seek the indictment of Joe Biden, his son Hunter, and his brother Frank for massive bribery from communist China, Ukraine, and the rest. Next on to Comey. Next on to McCabe. Next on to Clapper and Brennan. Next on to the Obamas. Next on to the Clintons. The American people must rise up and reclaim their legal system. We have no legal system today, taken away from us, just like it was taken away from our founding fathers by King George III. And again, ask yourself the question, who's worse, King George III in the days leading up to 1776, or what we've got today in Biden and Harris? King George III was not a socialist. King George III was not a communist. King George III was not an atheist. He was not a radical from every single group. Give me King George over what we've currently got. We're in worse shape today. So here's what we have to say. And I say it, and it takes a revolution. Forget the scandal industry. We must wage a revolution. We must attempt to do it peacefully and legally, because if we don't succeed, others in this country will resort to violence. And the 20,000 troops that are in Washington, D.C., they're the ones that are the biggest threat to the radical left. Do you think they support them? That's why they're kept away from the Capitol. That's why they're kept away from the White House, because these people that are running the country today fear to be overthrown. Now, let's do it peacefully and legally. I'm calling for a Continental Congress in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We are going to begin a new government by and for the people. I'm going to set up a new organization. I'm doing it right now, a new political party. I'm naming it. You'll hear the name in the next few days. Forget about the Republican Party. They don't represent conservatives, people of faith. They only represent themselves. And they're even ripping off President Trump as we speak by using his name without his permission. This is where we are. And you need to see it straight. You're not going to see it on Hannity. What you're going to see is a lot of BS to keep people coming back, to boost ratings, advertising dollars. It's censored. Everything's censored today. And that's why it's so important. Radio America that allows you to tell the truth. Talk radio allows you to tell the truth. It's the way that we can reach the American people. So read my book. It Takes a Revolution. You can get it at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com with a contribution to Freedom Watch for our citizens' grand juries, our Third Continental Congresses, and everything else. You can get it for $50 or more, free, with a contribution. So rise up, fellow Americans. There'll be nothing left for your kids and grandkids. You have to risk all right now, or forget about it. Reparations, everything's going to be divided up and handed out to the radical left. That's where we are today. And pray to God and pray to the Father and the Son, because just like our founding fathers, he will help us if we help ourselves. That's my message for today. I know sometimes it's repetitive, but until you get it straight through your head, you can forget about this country. And you can forget about watching Fox News. You listen to people on talk radio who are telling it straight up to you, and you mobilize peacefully and legally to reclaim this nation before all is lost. God bless you. God bless your family. Stay safe. As I've said, God and the Father and the Son will help those that help themselves. Thank you for listening to me. I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast of Special Prosecutor with Larry Klayman.
This week at Macy's, get great deals on fashion and home essentials. Update your wardrobe with 20% off new spring shoes and sneakers. And 20 to 50% off fresh looks for him and her. Plus, transform your space with Luxe Hotel Collection bedding, now 40% off. And Macy's Star Rewards members can earn on every purchase except gift cards, services, and fees. More at Macys.com/Star Rewards. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Ooh, a fondue set. Ugh, now I need to find a coupon code.
Not anymore, Susan. Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies them at checkout.
Wait, instantly?
It's called shopping smart, not hard. Download Capital One Shopping to your computer for free and let it do the work for you.
Don't mind if I fondue.
Haha, that's kind of cheesy. Capital One Shopping. It's kind of genius. What's in your wallet?
Savings and available coupons vary. Savings and available coupons.